Very good morning, students. In today's class, you are going to learn about voltage series feedback amplifier. In the last video, we might have studied about what is a feedback amplifier, what are the different types of feedback amplifier, and what are the types of feedback. Under that, we have learned the types of feedback amplifiers as voltage series feedback amplifier, voltage shunt feedback amplifier, current series feedback amplifier, and current series feedback amplifier. So under that, as I told, in our syllabus it is given to deal with to study the voltage series feedback amplifier. So the block diagram shown here, it is a voltage series feedback amplifier block diagram. So input voltage Vs, it is fed as an input for the amplifier whose gain is represented as capital A, and input to the amplifier is Vi, whereas Vi is the addition of the input voltage and the feedback voltage from the feedback circuit, and output voltage is represented as V0, and output voltage is taken across the load resistance RL. So for the feedback circuit, which is drawn down parallelly to the amplifier, part of the output voltage from the amplifier, it is fed as an input for the feedback circuit whose gain is represented as beta. So from the feedback circuit, feedback output signal Vf, it is fed as an input to the input terminals. So the feedback input signal, it is represented as Vf, which is equal to beta into V0. So here you can observe both the input voltage Vs and the feedback signal both are in phase. So thereby the input is fed as an series to the input terminal as Vi. So in the figure we might have studied the gain of the amplifier is represented as A, and the gain we can represent as ratio of output voltage to the input voltage. And the feedback network, we have the output feedback signal as represented as Vf, which is equal to beta times of V0, and the input voltage to the amplifier, which is taken as Vi, which is nothing but the input minus the feedback voltage. So Vi can be written as Vin minus beta into V0, whereas output voltage V0, it is equal to the gain into the input voltage Vi. So Vi can be replaced as Vin minus beta V0, thereby we'll be getting V0 is equal to a Vin minus A beta V0, and later we'll simplify to obtain what is A. So if we simplify this equation, we'll be getting the equation for the amplifier gain with feedback, which is represented as AF. So we are getting the equation as AF is equal to A divided by 1 plus A into beta. So this is the equation for the gain of the amplifier with feedback. And also, as I told, the input impedance with feedback, it increases. That is, it is if the input impedance is Zi without feedback, if it is with feedback, it is represented by Zif, which seem to be increased by a factor of 1 plus beta E. And coming to the output impedance, normally the output impedance of an amplifier, it is represented as Z0, whereas with feedback it is represented as ZOF, which seems to be decreases, and it is equal to Z0 divided by 1 plus beta A. That is, it is decreased by a factor of 1 plus beta A. As there is a negative feedback applied to the amplifier, it decreases the output impedance and increases the input impedance of the amplifier circuit. And the amplification factor, if you see, it is 1 plus A beta. As I told, the product A beta, it is very greater than 1. So A beta can be neglected, thereby we'll be getting the value of the voltage gain as AF is equal to A divided by A beta, whereas when compared to 1, A beta is more, so 1 is neglected, and we can write the equation for the voltage gain as A divided by A beta, and if we cancel this AA, we will be getting the amplifier gain with feedback as 1 by beta. And you can observe here the feedback gain depends on only the feedback fraction beta, not on the other parameters. And the feedback circuit, if you observe, it is usually a resistive network. And finally, we can write the expression for the voltage gain with feedback as AF is equal to 1 divided by beta. And the gain depends only on the value of beta. Next, it is about the gain and bandwidth of the feedback amplifier. As we have discussed in the previous videos, that is, the bandwidth of the negative feedback amplifier is more when compared to the positive feedback amplifier. So here we are going to discuss about the relationship between the gain and the bandwidth of the feedback amplifiers. So let us consider a RC coupled amplifier where the gain reduced at lower frequency and at higher frequency end. This you can observe in the graph drawn there. So in the graph, it is drawn between the operating frequency versus the amplification. That is the gain. And gain is represented in the y-axis in dB, and in the x-axis we have the different operating frequencies. And you can observe here the blue color shows the amplifier gain and it is maximum, and if you observe at low frequencies the gain is less. Even for the very high frequency end also the amplification value is, that is, the gain is very less, whereas in the mid frequency range the gain is seem to be maximum. This is represented in blue color. Whereas if we apply feedback for an amplifier, the gain is reduced, and whereas the bandwidth is seem to be more, that is represented in the form of orange shade. You can observe when there is a feedback fed for the amplifier circuit, the bandwidth is more and the gain is reduced. And if you calculate the product of gain and the bandwidth for both the amplifiers, it is seen to be constant, which is represented as A0 F2 is equal to A0 with feedback into F, that is constant product of gain and gain bandwidth. So here we can conclude that for an amplifier with feedback the gain is less, whereas the bandwidth is more. Next, it is gain stability with feedback. So the overall gain with negative feedback, as we have derived, it is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. So suppose if you differentiate the above equation with respect to gain, DAF divided by DA is equal to DA divided by DA into 1 divided by 1 plus A beta. So the differentiation is with respect to amplification factor A, whereas 1 divided by 1 by A beta is constant. So as we know A beta is much greater than 1, we can neglect that 1. We can write the expression as differentiation of AF divided by AF is equal to DA by A into 1 divided by A beta. So this above equation, that is this, shows that the relative change, that is dA by A in the basic amplifier gain, it is reduced by a factor of A beta in a relative change of DAF by AF in the overall gain of the feedback amplifier. That is, the gain is seen to be reduced by a factor of A beta when there is a relative change in the amplifier gain. So this is about the gain stability with feedback. Let us continue in the next class. Thank you. Thanks for watching.